Hello everybody and welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to cover objects in snow using Tyflow. So what you want to do first is create your object. So I'm going to create a teapot just because it's the most fun object. Once your teapot is created, you want to select Tyflow and put Tyflow into the window. Then go to your modifiers and open the editor. Once the editor is open, you want to drag in a birth. Open the birth and change the start and the end to 0. That just means that as the animation is rolling, the objects aren't moving. We're covering it in snow, the snow is not falling. What you want to do next is add position object. Just between birth and display, drag and drop. First, you want to pick your object. So select pick and then pick your teapot. As you can see, the birth objects have been projected onto the object, but there is not enough for it to be completely covered in snow. So I'm going to change this to 5,000. And now it looks like there's a lot more snow or objects covering the teapot. Next thing I want to do is add shape. So finding shape within your viewfinder, put it between position and display. Once shape is open, scroll down and change the mesh to 3D. I'm going to change it to gyrosphere low res. And then as you can see, it's not showing up. So on the display, change the type to geometry. And now our shape is showing up. So as you can tell, I may have put too many birth objects. So maybe if I lower it to 4,500. So what you want to do next is add the surface test. So under shape, again, press your tab and go surface test. Open the surface test and pick your object. And then separate to your event, add a delete. This will just help later on. So under surface test, what you want to do is change the distance instead to raycast hit. This will give you a result that makes it look more like the snow has come from the top of the object and landed on it rather than it all covering in snow. And then go into the creates panel and under standard primitive, change it to Tyflow, select time measure and drag it into the viewport. When the parameters open, go pick and pick the Tyflow icon. That will link it to your teapot. Now, if you go into the modify, under the parameters, we want to make sure that the mode is in blob mesh. That just gives it a more free form. And then we want to play with the blob mesh parameters. So first, change the voxel filtering to Gaussian. Change the voxel size to perhaps something smaller. As you can see, the triangles are quite large. Now it looks like I have more of a blob surface that I've changed the voxel size. And now you can change the absolute to something else, perhaps something larger or smaller depending on your object. Make sure you've turned off the display for both of the events. This just ensures that the progress in 3ds Max is coming out right because you don't have the Tyflow obstructing your view. So play around with the absolute and the multiplier to try to get different results. Also play with the voxel size to see if changing the voxels would change the result in any way. So once you think you've got a result that you like, you can select it, right-click and convert to editable mesh. That just means that later on you can apply materials to it and make it look realistic like snow. That's about it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you enjoy creating snow for yourself. Thanks for watching.